And good morning, members. And I'm Morris Brown from Menlo Park. And I just want to make a note that the staff report keeps talking about funding from the FRA. There's no funding from the FRA on this. This is an FTA, Federal Transit Administration project. And so the references to FRA are wrong. It should be to FTA. I haven't been to one of these meetings in some time, but certainly Palo Alto has been a leader among the peninsula cities in dealing with and devoting resources and time to examining transit issues, especially high-speed rail and CalTrain. What I don't understand is why there's a disconnect between Palo Alto and the other cities on the peninsula, that they haven't questioned the CalTrain modernization program. It seems to be God's gift to the world, and nobody seems to want to question it. Yet, the cost in 4 years has risen 60% from $1.2 billion to $1.9 billion. Why aren't people complaining? Nobody's asking questions. CalTrain claims to have funding in hand and has, in fact, issued preliminary go-ahead to start the project. But the funding is not in hand. The FTA has not yet granted the $647 million they are counting on. In fact, CalTrain has yet to apply for a grant. They're just beginning to going through the process of preparing to apply for a grant. That money has not even been approved by Congress yet. So there's a big disconnect between what CalTrain is telling you and what is reality. And then we have this $600 million plus from the high-speed rail Prop 1A bond money. They're never going to get that money for this project. This project is a regional project. It's not a high-speed rail project. Prop 1A has all kinds of provisions to keep money from being diverted from high-speed rail to a regional project like this. This is absolutely silly. And then finally, what about the competence of CalTrain to carry out the project? So just a minute about the PTC, the CBOS program. That program is an absolute disaster. They have budgeted $231 million for the program. It was to be up and running next month. It is not going to be up and running for months and months and months. They've already spent all of the funds that were allocated to it, $231 million. And that money was at least twice what it should have been when you compare it to other PTC programs in the state. Metrolink has 550 miles of track. They've done their project for $200 million. CalTrain can't do PTC for 50 miles of track for the same amount of money. And then we see letters from the Jim Hartnett, the CEO of CalTrain, threatening to sue the Parsons-Brinkerhoff group. Not Parsons-Brinkerhoff, but Parsons, which is the contractor, for breach of contract. Project's in deep difficulty. It may be abandoned altogether. So if they can't even do a $231 million contract, how can we expect them to effectively carry out a almost $2 billion electrification program? Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the next speaker is